Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Virginia Department of Corrections, Red Onion State Prison. To accept this call, press 0.
This is Randall Via. I'm currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder in Red Onion State Prison in the state of Virginia in the USA. This is my podcast, Red Onion Randy. I hope you enjoy listening to me today. This is Randall Via, currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder and armed robbery. Currently being housed at Keene Mountain Correctional Center in Oakwood, Virginia, in the USA. Welcome to my podcast, Red Onion Randy. I hope you enjoyed listening to me today. If you have any questions or comments or want to leave a message or whatever, I've got a voicemail line. That number is 1-888 524-1932. For anyone outside the continental U.S., just put a plus in front of the 1, and you're good to go. You can also visit my website, which is new and improved and got different features and whatnot, at www.redonionrandy.com. We also have some merch up there. So far, it's just a hoodie and a T-shirt with my logo and everything. You can find that link on my website. I hope you support me. You can also find me on X at Red Onion Randy. I hope you do. Let's get started with the podcast. Well, I'm a married man. Sure, that doesn't surprise me. It's especially after listening to the episode, the hate mail and everything from this one dude. It's incredible how happy that woman makes me. Not gonna go into all that lovey-dovey mushy stuff. I love her, and that's good enough. But I am gonna tell y'all about that day, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it. We'll see. It's gonna get a hell of a lot funnier near the end of the episode, though. That's for damn sure. So I got up that morning. Not nervous at all. I mean, just completely excited. I go through my morning routine. I do my morning prayers and everything. And I had to get up a little bit earlier than I normally do. Definitely before I want to get up in the morning, because, I prefer to sleep until 8 if I can. But I got stuff to do. I got cake I got to, finish making and decorating and everything, because I made a wedding cake for myself. I'm up. I'm getting that. I, get myself together. I come out, and I get out the cell about 7:30. And I'm having trouble getting out the cell because we got a rookie in the booth, and he doesn't want to open the door. I had sent people down there to tell him, look, man, this guy's getting married at 8 o'clock. You need to open his door and let him out the cell. I got to have a flow officer. you just open the workers' doors and let them go out to work. But yet you can't open my door because I'm getting married. Thankfully, I didn't, miss my wedding. Because we wouldn't be having this conversation right now because I'd be in the hole. There's no question about that. I would have showed my ass on that day if they would have made me miss it. So I come out. I've got the trash bags and everything. I open them up, spread them over the table. I got my cake sitting on it and everything. And I get this one guy named Bird, who's originally he's from New York, but when he was younger, he moved down to Charlottesville, and he grew up in the Charlottesville area. And now, of course, he's in prison. My hometown. He's a good artist. He's a very good artist. He's actually writing his own writing. I'm not sure how you say that, for his own graphic novel. He let me look at it. It's pretty good. It's definitely graphic. I will say that it is definitely. He's putting the graphic in the damn thing. So I got him to. I made a piping bag, which is just a sandwich bag that I mixed hot cocoa and some hot water together until it like a thick consistency. And we cut the tip of it off, and he put, my name and her name on it. Decorated it up, put some hearts on the Reese's cups. Well, they're generic Reese's peanut butter cups. They're not the real ones. And it looked good. I'm not going to lie. That cake looked pretty spectacular. As a matter of fact, I was able to get the rec supervisor, Deal, to come down from the gym and actually take a picture of the cake and everything for me, and take a picture of myself, which I will be sending to Nicole, and I'll send a copy to Michael and have him put it up on my website and everything. So y'all can see what my cake looks like, and it's 100 times better than the cake he did. I'm just saying. So I get that done, and I get it done in the nick of time. And the counselor calls me up to the office, so I go up there, and me and her talk for a minute, and we're waiting and waiting, for someone to call in. It's like 15 minutes after 8 by this point, and we were supposed to have been married by now. And because we paid a lady down here in this area named Julie McCoy $200 to help us with all the paperwork and getting everything straight and, performing the ceremony and whatnot, because I tried doing it on my own, but I don't know. I could never get the right forms. They was always sending me the different things that I'm not divorced. I don't need those forms. I don't need a record of my marriage certificate. I'm not married yet. Like, I need a marriage application. I couldn't get my hands on none of it, so we got tired of dealing with it. We got tired of the frustration, so we just paid this lady who's got a side business, and she does all that stuff for you. But so Nick and her best friend Steph, they managed to finally get in. They call up here several times, and at first the people told them, well, we don't know anything about you getting married, bye, and just hung up. They tried that a couple times. It didn't work. Thankfully, I had an issue with the phones when I first got here. I would call Nick, and I would get to talk to her for like maybe a minute, sometimes less, sometimes more, and then the phone would just hang up on us, and it kept doing it, phone call after phone call after phone call. I cannot tell you how much money I wasted trying to call her, just to get a 20-minute conversation, and I would have to call back, 15, 16 damn times in a row just to get a conversation. So I actually complained to Hamilton, who's the warden up here, and he was like, look, just let me look into it. So he had called Nick and, talked to her and asked, what is the situation, blah, blah, blah. So she had his number. I guess it pops up when you call someone. And so she had it saved, and she called him, and he was like, look, I'll take care of this. And, he was able to put her through to the counselor's office and whatnot. But Julie wasn't there. You know, like we paid this lady $200 and you're not there when you're supposed to be. And you could have done it from anywhere because all you had to do was call in. Because we got married by the phone, we wasn't able to get married in person. Um, so I'm talking to Nick on the counselor's phone. Steph, she calls Julie, and like it, my counselor, she goes above and beyond Sherry Shortridge, you know, of what she was really supposed to do. She started making phone calls on her end to try to reach this lady. She sent several emails to her, like, where are you at? Like, you know, like this guy's here, he's ready. You know, like we're on the phone. Like, where are you at? And eventually we finally getting through to her, and it's, you know, we gotta set it up back and forth, and it took like another 10 minutes, but thankfully we got that ironed out, smoothed out, and everything, and we got married. You know, it was short, it was sweet. Julie was a bit of a dick, to be honest. You know, like it's, you know, we're trying to get married. We're trying to, you know, bond our love together, you know, in the eyes of God, the eyes of the law and man. And, you know, she's just can't be bothered. If you can't be bothered, give me my money back. You know, $200 is a lot of damn money to a guy like me. Like, I mean, that is a lot of money. That's like the equivalent of $20,000 on the street. Like, that's the comparison of what $200 is in prison to what it is on the street. You know, give my stuff back. Like, I really, really, you know, I'm tempted to write her a strongly worded letter, but I'm not going to. I'm just simply not going to waste my time. But I'm still a little upset with this lady. But thankfully, though, I'm married. Me and Nick are happy. It's been 2 weeks to the day. It's been 2 weeks to the day since we got married, and I couldn't be happier. You know, it's been. Crazy thing is, life has been a little bit different since we got married. Things are rolling off of my back a lot easier than they used to. You know, I'm waking up and smiling. You know, I'm going through the day. You know, I'm thinking about her. You know, daydreaming about being with her and daydreaming about doing things to her. Hey, I'm married. I can do that now. It's been good. You know, we had fun. We had a video visit. We actually had 2 video visits set up. We had a 20-minute visit set up at 9 o'clock. Thankfully, you know, we was able to get married before then, and I made it. I was able to show her friend, our best friend Steph, and Steph's boyfriend Johnny, who's an up-and-coming DJ in London. You know, we got to bring my cake over there, and I, you know, showed them to it, and I had it decorated. So the bottom of it, it's like the sponge, did it in layers. It was a chocolate sponge, and I made strawberry icing. Then I chopped up some of the peanut butter cups, spread it all over top of that. And then I had a vanilla layer. Then I did a peanut butter icing on the top and the sides of the cake. And I took chocolate-covered peanuts, and I crushed them up with my master lock. And I sprinkled them on the sides and the top of it, but I didn't cover the whole top with it. I just, like an inch all the way around the rim of the top on down, so it kind of looked like a curtain falling almost. And then, you know, like I already told you, I took 8, I believe it was 8 of the peanut butter cups, and I, you know, evenly distributed them around, and we, you know, piped the chocolate heart on them, you know, with my name and her name. By the time we got the picture taken of it, though, her name, it really kind of bled together a little bit. You can still tell what the name is, but it wasn't as crisp and nice looking as it was when we first did it. Probably should have waited until right then, you know, right before he done it, but I didn't. Live and learn. But that cake was so good. I mean, it was so good. Normally I share. I didn't share. Nobody of my cake, nobody got a single bite of it in here, and I'm happy with that. But anyway, I was able to show them. They were blown away. Like the Lieutenant Vance, he was in the pod. He saw it. Commissary people, like a bunch of people, the administration, they couldn't believe it. There were COs were walking around like, where'd you get that cake? I said, man, I made it. How can you make a cake like that in prison? I'm good like that. Like, they literally thought I'd somehow went over to the kitchen and stole a cake out of the kitchen. First of all, y'all don't have cake like this in the kitchen. That's just not going to happen. I was able to... Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a little caught up on this cake. I kind of want to make me another one. But, me and Nick, we had that video visit, we was talking and just loving one another. I shared my vows with her. She shared hers with me. It was all in all, it was a damn good day. It's one of them days I'm going to remember forever. And, we had good visits. Her, Steph, and Johnny, they went out to a nice restaurant, to celebrate. Of course, Johnny wound up paying for everything, which, Johnny, if you're ever listening to this one, thank you. I appreciate that. He took care of Steph and Nick. They had fun. He also wound up driving because, well, Nick's a woman. She can't drive. She can't. She says she can. She thinks she can, but why'd you have to turn it over to a man, Nick? I'm just saying. That's an ongoing joke between us, by the way. She always giving me hell saying that Americans can't drive a stick shift. I was driving a stick shift woman when I was 5 years old. Anyway. To the fun part. So, I had told everybody I was getting married. I told them I'm making cake, and I'm known for making cakes in prison. I'm extremely good. I make all kinds. So, a bunch of guys that ordered 2 packs of cookies and everything, and the stuff I spent on my cake alone was like $90, $92.18. That's exactly what it was. That's a lot of money for a cake. And of course, that didn't all go into just my one single cake that I made for myself. I borrowed stuff to help other guys. There's 5 or 6 guys in here that don't have any money. George, Poole, Ron, Vinny, Red, a couple of them. So, I paid for them to be a part of the cake, because one of the things that I do, you have a lot of guys that, they're like, yeah, man, I want to get on the cake. What you need me to order? So you'll tell them, and then every single time, I don't mean once, I mean literally every single time, they come back when it's sorted, man, they messed my order up, man. I didn't get everything, man, All right, you ain't getting cake, bro. Oh, come on, man, don't do me like that, bro. Bro, you can't pull this shit on me, man. I saw your bag. Your bag of commissary was twice the size of mine. And that's what a lot of dudes do. So, but the guys that don't have anything, I pay for them because you got to pay to play. Those are my rules, and I'm not breaking it for anyone. So that night, me, Red, Micah, and Ryan, we've got 24 packs of cookies. Now, these are big packs. They're not the small packs. These are full-size packs of cookies. So we take the time and, we got to open them up, take your ID card, scrape all the cream out, set the cookies to the side and, put your cream in a bowl and all that stuff, because you take your cream and that's what you make the icing with. I'm not going to go into, a full-blown recipe detail. My buddy Michael put something up on one of my pages. You can find that easily if you want to watch how it's done. It's just, I make much, much nicer looking cakes than he does, and he's a professional chef. So, we go and we're laughing and joking, and both Ryan and Red can do Donald Trump's voice pretty good. They're not spot on, but they're pretty good. So they're just laughing at you. I mean, we're having a good time. I mean, I'm not doing a whole lot of talking because, whenever I'm cooking and stuff, I don't like to talk a lot. Just because I don't want, accidental spittle or anything like that getting into food. But they're sitting there making fun of Kamala Harris, however you pronounce her damn name. Like, Kamala did it. I can't do it. Like, I tried doing it, and I'm horribly bad at it. But they can do it really, really good. And, they would just back and forth, like one of them would drop a cookie and it would roll away, and they'd sit in there and say, Kamala did it. They blame everything on her. You got other guys. You got Bird coming around. You got Cold Bucket coming around. So we're just standing there, making the cake and everything, and we're having so much fun. And we get the cake made, and we start serving it out. Now, as we're actually hold up, I almost forgot about something. Cold Bucket. Now, Cold Bucket is here in Buchanan County, which is where Keene Mountain Prison is. Literally, the prison is on top of the mountain. If you go on the backside of the mountain and you just jump off and roll down to the bottom of the hill, you're going to fetch up on the back of his mama's porch. He literally grew up at the foot of this mountain, and he's hillbilly as it comes. Like, I'm from the mountains, the Earlysville area. Like, I was, born and raised in the foothills of the Blue Ridge. I don't consider myself a redneck. I'm a hillbilly. Like, I come from the mountains. But I'm a frontwoods hillbilly. Cold Bucket is a backwoods hillbilly. And it's, matter of fact, hold up real quick. Hey, Ryan, come here. I'm actually going to get my buddy Ryan to do his Donald Trump voice for Kamala. Well, let me explain to him what I'm doing real quick, because he was on the phone talking to his mom. Remember the night we was making the cake and y'all was doing the Kamala Harris voice and everything? Well, I'm doing a podcast talking about me getting married and all that stuff. I really want you to do your Donald Trump voice. No, he's not in. He's come on, Ryan. Yeah, you can do it better than him. Come on. Well, don't be scared. All you got to do is just say Kamala did it. That's it. That's all you got to do.
This is Donald Trump. Blame Kamala. Kamala did it. Kamala's fault. She's a loser.
All right. So I literally spent like an hour and a half listening to Ryan and Sally Red doing that all night, and it's funny as can be. So Cold Bucket now. Now Cold Bucket is he's something else. I mean, he's a God, is he a hillbilly? I love the boy. He's fun. And this is the cool thing. Everybody who's, a long time listener to my podcast knows that, one of the really, really true best friends I've ever had in prison was at Red Onion, my buddy Frank. I've talked about him quite a bit, especially in the beginning episodes and stuff. Cold Bucket and Frank
grew up together here in Buchanan, you know, Grundy and Hurley and everything. Like, they grew up racing dirt bikes, hunting and fighting, chasing girls in high school, playing football together. You know, they did all that stuff, you know, which is one reason why, you know, me and Cole Bucket has kind of, you know, gotten tight and we hang out and everything now. So, Micah, I give him the job of crushing up a couple of the bags of the chocolate-covered peanuts and everything. You know, I'm sitting there. Me and Red are making the icing. Ryan, who just did the Donald Trump impersonation, he was chopping up the peanut butter cups. So Micah's doing it, and as he dumps it out, you know, you got the peanuts that don't crush. You know, some of them just don't crush. So he's handing them to Cole Bucket like, man, put them in the cup. You know, he's going to go back a second time and do them after he's, you know, cleaned them out and everything. So Cole Bucket, he pushed like the first two in the cup. And then everyone after that, he's just sitting there eating, and he's just standing there in this little hillbilly shuffle-looking way. And we finally catch on to what the hell he's doing. I'm like, Cole Bucket, what are you, man, you're supposed to be, we're got to crush them again. I said, oh, my bad. Like, okay, Cole Bucket, you're good, you know, just less cake for you. Yeah, that didn't work out. So Red looks at him. It's like, man, Cole Bucket, are you good? Cole Bucket looks at him, and he kind of bends his knees, and he shoots the little finger pistol at him and says, I'm good at it, by God. And he's, yeah, that boy was having a good night. Let's just say that. He was having a damn good night. So we get the cake and everything. We've got it made. It's, you know, it's not the same cake that I made personally for myself. You know, it's just a little bit different. And so, you know, we're cutting pieces off and giving them to the people, you know, who put in for the cake and all of that stuff. And, you know, they're blown away. Like, I am really good at making cake. That's just, even though it's cookies, you know, I'm making it out of that, but it's still, I mean, it's freaking, it is so good. It's rich, but it's not overly sweet or anything. So, as you know, we got everybody that paid for it, we've got them all, you know, nice, big, huge pieces, but it was 24 packs of cookies. Like, this cake was so big that just at the end of the day was like, you know what, man, we're just going to take this leftover and we're just going to cut them into smaller pieces and just kind of pass them out to some of the other guys. You know, so we're doing that, and I'm carrying them back and forth. Cole Bucket, he wants another piece. I'm like, well, hold up, Cole Bucket, you already got your piece. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. And I said, oh, come on, man, give me another piece, man. Give me another piece. So all right, here you go. You know what? Here you go, buddy. Here's the second piece for you, man. And he's like, oh, he's all happy and everything, and he steps back like 5 feet, and then he's sitting there and just eating. So every time I turn my back to go take a piece of cake to somebody, say, hey, man, you want a piece? You want to try this? He's over there sawing off another piece of damn cake and stacking it in his bowl. So every time I come back to the table, I notice his damn bowl is getting bigger and bigger and bigger of cake. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, stop stealing the cake. I ain't stealing no damn cake. You gave this to me. All right, Cole Bucket. So, again, I mean, he stole so much. We wound up stealing 5 pieces of cake. He started stealing cake for his celly, which I can respect. He started just cutting extra pieces off and putting it in Sally's Hawaii's bowl. I mean, man, we had so much fun that night. I wish we could have just, like, you know, had a camera and just filmed us. I mean, it was hilarious, you know. But that was my wedding day, you know. Being frustrated with Julie, having fun with Nick and Steph on the video visits, and making cake with the fellas and listening to Donald Trump blame Kamala for everything. All in all, it wasn't a bad day at all. Well, hopefully I entertained you. Hopefully I made you laugh, and because I damn sure did.
Nicole Via, my wife. This isn't just my vows to you. It's a love letter to the Most High God. There would be no us if it wasn't for Him. And even though I thank him every day for it, how can you really thank someone when they've given you everything? That's exactly what you are to me. Everything. I love you. And I do my best to tell you that every chance that I get. But telling you and expressing it are two different things. Trying to express what I feel for you is like trying to choose which you like best, sunrises or sunsets. And that's the thing. My heart rises and sets with you. My love, my joy, and my happiness. All that I am is tied up in you. So thank God for you. Thank God for your past, your hurt, and your sorrow. Thank God for your love, kindness, and strength, for your dreams and hopes, for all that you are, you were, and you will be. Because I love all of you. You keep me from giving up. You keep me believing. You keep me fighting to be better, to do better. You are my strength when I'm weak, my encouragement when I'm down, my hope when I'm in my dark places. You are my light, my proof that God really loves me and that he has great things planned for me. Because how could he not when he has given me his best daughter? I'm pretty sure I could go on for pages, but I can sum it all up in this. My blood before your blood, my life before your life. My heart is yours to command. I'm forever yours, and before you I stand, faithful and loyal. Your love healed this broken man. I can't believe how blessed I am. I can't believe how lucky I am. This woman makes me happy. She puts a smile on my face. I've never smiled so much in my damn life as I have in the last 2 years. I appreciate you folks listening to me. Remember, if you want to leave some feedback on the show or, ask a question or whatnot, again, that number inside the continental U.S. is 1-888-524-1932. Anyone outside the U.S., just put a plus in front of the one. Works just the same. You can also visit me my website at redonionrandy.com or find me on X at redonionrandy. You don't have to, but if you want to, wherever you listen to my podcast, go on and give me some stars, or whatever is appropriate for that platform. I'll take whatever you can give me and be damn grateful for it. But, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow the podcast. I'm trying to reach more people. I'm trying to get my voice out there to help people. The crazy thing is I actually am helping people.
You have 1 minute remaining.
And in the process, I'm helping myself. So do what you can. And don't forget, I got sweatshirts, T-shirts, and maybe some other merch coming soon. You can find the link on the website, redonionrandy.com. And y'all take care and stay safe out there. Hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you for using GTL.
This is Donald Trump. Blame Kamala. Kamala did it. Kamala's fault. She's a loser.